Alright, so this is 24 hours after laying down the whole thing with puppy pads, except for what you see here out on the outside line. There were 4 puppy pads. The damage is substantial. So, with this very short exercise, we are determining that their potty requirements are needing an upgrade. So we have exercised this judgment, and we have an order coming in from Chewy.com for the 48 or triple XL puppy pads. 2 of them to be exact, so I can rotate them. They are washable, and we'll give you a rundown on kind of what the plan is going forward also as we get closer and closer. But I will say that with them pottying on the plastic, I think it's made for a lot easier cleanup nonetheless. And even though they completely destroyed that, and of course I'm just showing it to you about 18 hours or what, 24, 36 hours or so into this exercise. It did its job, so it's not a bad route. We still have an ample supply of them, but it's definitely something I'm going to upgrade for, so I don't have to deal with the changing of so many independent puppy pads. Alright, so we're at the day before week 3. The big thing is these puppies getting a lot more active and a lot bigger, so therefore we spread this out quite a bit. We've upgraded the puppy pads. As you can see, they're definitely getting more to their vocalization stage. And try and follow some of these guys around as they move. So. Yeah, so they're just eager to eat. They have been eager to eat every single time, and kind of spreading out time with Kiwi in the room as we've got them out of my bedroom and into their own spare room. They're still getting plenty, so there's that. Big thing with this space though is like I'll put that bed back in here every once in a while. I'm just doing laundry right now. We have fresh blankets in here. This is a brand new puppy pad for the day. I'm still going to be switching out the pee pad. We got a couple new ones so I can swap those out and be doing laundry. Trying to keep it clean, and then of course still updating and staying up to date with their nightly baths. But you know, they also got them their own new collars. So there is a couple color changes where white girl had to go more of like a blonde tan, and then the extra pink girl number 4 now has the brown. So I didn't have a white or an extra pink, and it just kind of made the most sense to go with the tan or blonde and brown, given their colors. But everybody else is the same, and yeah, their colors are just kind of more spreading out, thinner. So there's a couple still with, especially, I'd say number 3 and number 4, that are still probably the most brindle or just varying color coats, the silvering especially. And then number 2, Purple Girl, she's just so sweet and adorable. So she still has that. It's almost turning into like more of a almost Saint Bernard looking face, but of course with a lot shorter coat. But she's just absolutely adorable. But as you see, they get in there and fight, and all 9 of them somehow fit. I don't know how much longer that's gonna last, but Kiwi's still been doing really good. The other big thing is this week, they did start teething as of this morning, I noticed. They came in here about 5 a.m. They get Kiwi in here for feeding time. And they went after my toes, like right out of the gate. So we do have their teeth, the majority of them already starting to come in. There's a couple of the smaller ones, mostly like number 7 and number 3 that I'm not as noticeable on it, but like number 1, number 2, and all the other boys, like 8 and 9 especially, they're very much have their teeth coming in. So I'm hoping that that's not going to irritate Mom too much. But namely, for this week, we really wanted to expand. I really want to make sure that I'm keeping up with the potty area and just making sure it's clean. I did upgrade in here with this new space and keeping it warm to a bigger heat lamp for the space. It's probably overkill, but that's okay. And we'll move on and see what we can do after they get done eating. Alright, so I did put in a new light bulb. That thing kept flickering, so we should have better lighting here and here now anyway. Hopefully you can get a good sense of their colors, but this one right here on top, beside yellow, is Brown Girl number 4, Old Pete Girl number 4. You can see that her coat is considerably browner than the rest, and it's like really dark, and there's just shades of white all through her coat. Her again not having the ridge, but just very playful. She's still very much like quieter than the majority. I'd say the loudest ones of them are the 2 boys, 8 and 9. And then on occasions I'd say Red. The quietest is over here. These 2 playing together right now. White Girl number 6 and Purple Girl number 2. And then number 1 over here. Now she has become very much lighter on her like overall coat, but her ridge is just so dominant and dark as well. Now Blue Boy, he's the one that you're gonna pretty much regularly hear. So he pretty much will whine whenever he's hungry, whenever he needs to go to the bathroom, whenever he's not getting enough attention from the rest of the crew. But he's also like just the biggest, among the biggest. It's kind of hard to tell between 8 and 9 right now still. 2 boys at the end, but yeah, he's just absolutely adorable. And then the biggest thing I'd say in terms of their colorings and distinctive, unique qualities that's really shown up this week is this boy, Green Boy, number 8, his coloring in his eyes. Hopefully we can get it a little bit here, but it really shows up in the natural light more so. But he has some really piercing blue eyes. Absolutely piercing blue eyes. Oh, bud. Maybe we get some better angle. But yeah, that really started to come in subtly at first, and then it was just absolutely dominant the last couple of days. So we're gonna see if that will maintain. As it can happen where they have blue eyes and then it'll fade to brown. But he is a very adorable boy, my Ridgie. I want to do a little bit of snapshots. We're finally getting to that point where maybe I can start uploading them to, online forums to see if there's more people interested in them. This is going to be a really much more exciting week going forward with playtime and working on the backyard to kind of get that area worked out. But this has been really nice and beneficial for me too, just getting a little bit more sleep and having them in their own room over here. Having the new collar, so I'm not feeling like their strings getting too tight or anything, because these are like Velcro, easy to stretch out as anything changes. Green boy and blue boy definitely got so big so fast that I initially kind of had to cut those off almost like 2 days before they actually arrived, because they it was very noticeable that I was getting a little bit too tight on them as their growth rate. But other than that, I mean, it's been a lot with the chores and with the feeding times, kind of getting out here at least like every 3 to 5 hours at the least, like during the night, and during the day about every 2 hours coming in here. But Kiwi does have a new puppy food. It's the large breed Purina 1 Smart Blend that I'm looking at over here. So I'm mixing that still with her old food, half and half right now, or at least through this week. So then next week the puppies should be used to the full puppy formula, where I'll be grinding that down, and hopefully I should be able to get that up, kind of showcase I guess what the grub is going to be for the food. But all in all, I got the lighting fixed during this video. This room's really nice and warm. I'm actually going to need to turn down the temperature because I think it's getting too hot. But also with their markings, hopefully this will give you a little bit better idea with the color variants and the ridges or no ridges on the back. So yeah, I mean, they're definitely peeing a lot. That exercise from this week definitely went very poorly to start. I put down 4 puppy pads, and then it ultimately just got blown up, because every time Kiwi would go in there and they were feeding, they'd just be kicking like crazy and they stress out so much. And so all that stuff got pretty much destroyed, and they were just on plastic. So now I put down some of those work area mats or yoga mat type thickness. So, and then I put the gate out here, and I can still expand it a little bit more room when I need to, or half up this room, and then just guard kind of the base lines and put up some protection against the wall so they're not scratching and clawing and chewing, which is what's going to happen in the next coming months or days and weeks. So then we'll move everything outside too, so during the day they'll be able to roam once we get that yard all cleaned up and give them a proper place. So week 4 is going to be very exciting. I expect a lot more playtime, and with their teeth coming in, maybe they'll actually start playing with the rope, and I'll have to get some more toys. But thanks for watching. Thanks for keeping up with the puppies. I hope you like it. Hope you enjoy them. Hope the audio is not too bad. Peace.